introducing you to Soundtrap, which you are familiar with, but I'm just going to go through the steps to complete this assignment. So here I am, I'm logged into Soundtrap. Any projects will be listed here, but we're going to enter Studio to create a new project. So enter Studio. Now, our producers asked us for a build-up using simple percussion parts. Go into music. So I'm going to start with a drum kit. Now, in Soundtrap, the metronome, the tempo is here. You can change the tempo here, and the metronome is switched off and on here at the bottom. Okay. If you want to loop an area, the loop button is here. I'm not going to loop because I'm just going to record about 2 bars at a time and then copy and paste, because we want to make an arrangement over 8 to 16 bars. So I'm going to add a new track. I'm going to select a drum track, and it opens the drum machine here. Now we can choose different drum patches in this window that is currently set to vanilla. So I'm going to tap, that was me pressing A on the keyboard, which starts record. But actually now I've switched off record. A and S and D and F, and that row of keys plays drum patterns. So I'm going to find some sounds. I think I'm just going to go with a simple kick and snare. Okay. So when I'm ready to play and record, I'm going to check the tempo is the right tempo. Let's hear that. Space bar. I think I can. I'm going to go with that tempo. I could change it, but I'm going to go with that tempo. Now you might have noticed it's looping over 2 bars. So I'm going to close this, and actually when I close it, strangely, the loop area becomes longer. If I need to change the area that loops, I can pull the arrow here. But at the moment it's on 9. I'm not going to get to the end of bar 8, bar 9. So I'm going to record for 2 bars. Here we go. Make sure the time line is at the beginning. We'll have 2 bars counting. That's 8 beats. Here's my beat. Okay, I've decided to go for 4 bars. Okay, let's listen to that. Let's turn the metronome off. Okay, I'm happy with that. Do I need to quantize it? Let's have a look. Piano roll, that'll show me. So I've double clicked the part, looked at piano roll, and I think I'm going to quantize it just for good measure. So here, if I click edit, the quantize option is here. I'm going to click 18th because I'm doing that's quavers. Let's quantize that. Yeah. Okay, I'm happy with that. So I'm going to add a new track because I want my different percussion parts to be on different tracks. So I'm going to maybe try another drum kit. Let's see what this one. Danger Harsh Funker. Well, we've got the cowbell. I'm going to just add a ride cymbal, okay? So let's go back to the start. I press left arrow to cursor arrow to move timeline to the start. Hit record, and I want my metronome on. Hit record, 2 bars counting. Okay, so I've actually played the same pattern repeated, 2 bar pattern repeated. Okay, I'm going to quantize it for luck as we're going through the motions today. So those together, turn the metronome off to hear it. Okay, good. Metronome back on. I'm going to add a new sound, another drum track. Let's see what we've got the other way. Machines, drum machines. So it's very electronic sounding. I'm just playing with some of the sounds on the keyboard. I'm going to use a hi-hat and a clap. Here we go. Let's see how we get on recording something else. I don't like what I've recorded, so I'm just going to select it and hit backspace to delete it. I'm going to do something much more simple. I'm just going to add a little snare like this. So I'm going to practice first. Okay, that's what I'm going to record. A little snare. Okay, quantize. And there we have 3 parts. Now this part has overstepped the length, so I'm going to just find the edge in the middle. I don't want to go up to the top. I don't really want to go to the bottom. Oh, in fact, I do want to go to the bottom. I want to adjust from the lower half. Okay, so I've got my 3 parts. I'm just going to quickly add one more part. But actually, this one is going to be a synthesizer. Find a sound. Okay, I'm going to use two pitches. And I'm going to be really basic with this. Okay, here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, set the length. I now have all my parts. Let's hear how that sounds if I loop it. Set the loop area like this. Back to the start. Take the metronome off. Okay, I'm going to quantize it. That last note sounds a bit too short for me to lead into the next part of the music, so let's just check that again. That'll do, okay. So now I've got my 4 layers, okay? One of them's a melodic instrument. I'm now going to select them all, hold Alt and drag. You have to select the parts you've already highlighted, otherwise it won't copy. I'm going to copy and paste them over another, well, a total of 16 bars. So we now have a very full arrangement over 16 bars. But now I'm going to delete some. So let's just say I'm going to start with, oh dear, I can't seem to, I don't want that. I'm going to start with the hi-hat. Then I'm going to have these, I'm just selecting and backspacing here. Then I'm going to have the kick and snare. And I'm going to have the synth coming in at the end. Let's have a listen. Now, of course, it wants to carry on, so I could make my arrangement even longer. So I'm actually going to let that play for a little bit longer than I've currently set up.